What's up, everybody? All right, it's working. We've got another Operation Motivation today. Just to give you a look, it is a beautiful, beautiful morning here in Nashville. Getting in my walking lunges, and today I've got something to say. All right, let's go. I had the incredible privilege and amazing opportunity this past Monday, to go to a talk, a panel, if you will, that I was asked to be on, which was really cool, about masculinity in our culture and about toxic masculinity, definitions of masculinity, how this relates to definitions of femininity, and so on and so forth. Now, for me, this is a topic I think about not on a regular basis, but often, because I'm a big believer in vulnerability, in opening up to people, sharing what we're feeling so we can externally process our emotions and then create a strategic plan in order to execute on our goals and move into a state of joy, all this stuff. So I think about masculinity in terms of that lens. But I was taken to school by people who knew so much about masculinity, about femininity in our culture, how definitions have changed over time, where they stand now, where they should, like all of this stuff, which was fascinating. But today I don't want to talk about masculinity versus femininity or give you my personal take. Maybe that's another later on walking lunges video, but I want to talk about what happened at this panel because I think it's very interesting. So there were a couple of different viewpoints that were brought up at this panel that were contradictory. One was more based in historical arguments, the other one more based in current research, things of that nature. They were both actually based in current research, but they interpreted them differently. There it is. They interpreted them differently. And it got really tense. And it got really heated. There was eye rolling. There were glares being given, which, look, I get it. If you're talking to someone that doesn't share the same beliefs as you or the same opinions as you, it could be hard to internalize those emotions and not lash out, especially if they're attacking beliefs that we hold so dearly. I get that. But this made me so uncomfortable, and it made me really sad, actually. And here is why. And I'll be real with you all. We as a campus and a society are preaching these safe spaces where we can share our opinions and share our voices and our beliefs. And that's amazing. That being said, there is still an overarching narrative and there are still overarching opinions that are now taken as commonplace. And if you don't, how am I trying to say this? If you're not in line with those opinions, then you're gonna get judged. And that's what happened here at this debate, at this panel that turned into a debate. My take on it was this: that doesn't get us anywhere. That doesn't get us anywhere. If we automatically shut ourselves off to any belief systems or any opinions that lie outside of our personal framework of how the world works, not only are we narrowing our own minds, but we're kicking that person out of the conversation. A person who's a human being, who's had experiences that shape these beliefs that we can learn from. I'm a huge believer that we can always learn from other people, whether it's a positive or a negative. There's always something to be learned. And when you shut yourself off to anyone's opinion, you automatically discredit them, you automatically deny their experiences, and you shut yourself off from learning. My point to this rant, this ramble, if you will, is this. These debates, at the end of the day, should be based in stories, I think, and experiences. Let me explain. There's a quote out there that says, if you know someone's story, you may not agree with them, you may not love or even like what they have to say, but you at least respect where it comes from. and you'll understand where it comes from. I think we need to create in these brave spaces, these safe spaces that we talk about creating, we need to create a space for people to share these stories. If they have beliefs that contradict our own, okay, why? What experiences, what monumental experiences have shaped their lives to give them these beliefs? We live in a world that is shaped by experience and shaped by stories. My opinion on a given subject matter could be completely different from yours. And the reason being, we've had different experiences that shape those. We're different people. When we break through those beliefs and get down to the person and their stories, that's when we can move into a place of respect. That's when we can move beyond fighting and into understanding. And again, I'm not saying we have to agree with everything everyone says, because there have been ludicrous things said and done in this world. I get it. Horrific things. But when it comes to creating spaces on our college campuses, in our high school classrooms, and elsewhere, we need to create a space for storytelling. A place where people can share not just what they believe, but who they are and why they believe it. Because if we can get past the eye rolling, if we could get past the groans and all of that, which comes with any sort of these debates where we hear opinions that we're not in line with, then we move from a place of fighting to a place of respect and understanding. Listen to other people's stories. It'll tell you so much, not just about their lives, not just about who they are, both incredibly important, but it'll also tell you more about the human condition and what it means to be human than checking out of a debate or a conversation and giving up on that person. Whew! That's all I've got to say about that topic. I'm sorry if this came off as venti, like Starbucks, get it? But I needed to get this off my chest. And I'm glad that y'all were here to listen. Moral of the story, listen to someone's story, because it'll inform us on who they are, why they are, and what it means to be human. All right, I'm done for today. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Operation Motivation. Walking lunges. I'm going to finish up around the track. I will see you all later. Thank you for watching this morning.